Hello, hello. Welcome back to the Yellow Studio Live. I'm so excited you guys are here with me tonight. We are going to play with my art, and I was thinking maybe we could even do this in the future if people wanted to submit their art and we could try it with their art as well. Anyway, I'm very excited. Uh, Jessica's here, Flory's here. Hi, ladies. I'm excited. We're going to turn art into coloring book pages and then take it into Canva and create a coloring book. And we can sell it as a PDF download. We can sell it as a printed booklet by ordering it print on demand and then shipping it to customers, having it drop shipped, or we could list it on Amazon KDP. So lots of options if you make a coloring book. You could even use, make a small coloring book, just a few pages, and offer that as a freebie to get more people on your email list for your art list. Hello, Beth. Hi. So great to see you, ladies. Okay, let's get started. We're going to go into Nanobanana, Google Gemini's Nanobanana. I like to use Google Gemini for Nanobanana, but you can use Nanobanana in several different platforms. This is just where I like to use it. It's the native platform, just makes sense for me, and it's something that I'm used to doing from the start of it coming out. Okay, so I've already made two that I wanted to just test it out and make sure that it could do it. I did my bug stack. Here's the original stack. Is it going to? There we go. Here's the original artwork, the illustration. And then it turned it into a black and white drawing for a coloring book. Fantastic. I love this because I would have had to spend so much time in Illustrator, first in Photoshop, changing it to a black and white image. Well, you can do that in Illustrator too, but it's easier in Photoshop to change it to a black and white, then make it super high contrast so that you get as much blacks and whites as possible and as few grays as possible. Then take it into Illustrator, make it a vector outline drawing. It's all a big ordeal. Now I can drag it into Nanobanana and get this, and it's fabulous. You could also do this with AI art. You could do this with your paintings. Take a photo of your painting and scan it in. You could use drawings, illustrations, anything that you create, really, that would convert to a coloring book page. So then I did this one with the bunny stack. This is inspired by the chocolate bunnies from Easter time. And this one I felt like came out even better, but they're very simple. So I think that helps. The more simple, the better. But super cute. I'm so excited. I could see these getting colored in and then someone like watercoloring the background. That would be so fun and so pretty. In fact, I might even do that myself and share them. Okay, so now I'm going to I guess we could do it right here in this chat. So I did the bunny stack. Next, I'm going to do my cactus stack. And I'm going to just drag it into the window. And I'm going to say the same prompt. And then I'm going to copy this prompt to use it again. Create an adult coloring book page of my art using black outlines and white background. And I'm saying adult coloring book page instead of just coloring book page because I wanted it to keep as many details as possible. And I feel like in a children's coloring book, they often leave out a lot of details so that it's very simple and they could just color in the basic shapes. And so I wanted it to be as complicated as it would make it. So we're going to try this one. I'll put that one in. And I don't know if you saw recently, this is unrelated to Nanobanana, but ChatGPT just announced that or when I was in it recently, it had a little announcement on it, and it says that you can now run more than one image at a time in ChatGPT. Very exciting news. I don't believe Nanobanana does that yet. It seems very one-minded. Let's see if there's any questions while that runs. Oh, everyone has black screen. Let's see here. Okay. Let me X out. Do you see me now? Hello, hello. Oh, it just came on. How odd is that? YouTube, what are you doing to me? Weird. Okay, I'll go back to sharing screen. I don't know what it's doing to me. How strange is that? Okay. Then I will go back to the demo. Thank you so much, you guys. So glad I came over here while it was processing to see what was happening. Okay, so I'll go back. I made a couple already. I have my bug stack illustration, and I had it turn it into a coloring book page. I think it did a really nice job. It got a lot of the little details. It's fun. Not all of the details, like this bug has tons of little dots here, and I could probably talk to it back and forth and ask it to get some more of the detail, which I might for this bug here. Oh, my screen is black again. What is happening? Okay, so I was sharing Chrome tab, Google Gemini. Let's see if I just share my entire screen and see what that does. I don't know why it would do that. That's very strange. It gives me the normal, select a Chrome tab that you want to share, and I clicked Google Gemini. Maybe Google Gemini won't share. No? Did we do it once before? Now I can't recall. Okay. Can you still see me? Okay. Now, let me make this a separate window. Oops. So make you guys a separate window so I can see your chat. To the other window. Okay. Do you see art? Yes, it does do an endless screen until I share screen. Or until I go to another screen. Yay, you see art. Okay. Do you see how about when I click this? Do you see a bug stack? Let's see here. Okay, do you see bug stack? Thanks, Jill. Yay, you can see it. Wonderful. Sorry about the technical difficulties. I'm not sure what it's doing. I just did my normal share the screen, but so weird. Okay, so there's the bug stack. And you can see it has all these teeny tiny little dots. These are the dots I was talking about. And so it skipped all of those. And then the body also has lots of little dots, but I spent hours making all those little dots on there by hand. Anyway, so I would maybe try to get that back in there. I'm going to put this so you guys don't all have to watch the chat twice. Okay, and then here is the coloring book page it made for me. See how it's missing the little dots? It's pretty good. Otherwise, it has a lot of the details. The structure of everything looks really nice. It's still a stack. And this is what I was talking about, how I could imagine people coloring in the stack with pens or crayons or colored pencils, and then watercoloring the background since it's so much space. I thought that would be really pretty and fun. And then here is the bunny stack. Cutie patooties, inspired by chocolate Easter bunnies. And here is the coloring book page. I think it did a great job. It made the carrots look like little illustrated carrots, which is what I was going for. I wanted everything to be a little fake in this one because the chocolate bunnies are not real. So these are like little decorative carrots. And then we have the cactus stack is the one I just put in there. And we'll see how many of the details it got on this one with all the little spines and things. It'll be interesting to see. And then the little stack of roundy cactuses here. Let's see. Oh no, it put the bunnies with the cactus stack. Okay, so I'm going to start a new chat, or no, I could ask it to take out the bunnies. That's what I'll do. Okay. Can you redo just the cactus stack? No bunnies. Let's see if it does it. Sometimes it behaves, sometimes it doesn't. You like them together. Yeah, it is cute. They are fun. Like the bunnies are going to jump the cacti. Definitely. It is cute. It also turned the bunny stack backwards. They face, oh no, it put the carrots backwards. That's what it did. Put the carrots over here instead of over here. Oh, it's still doing it. Okay, so I'm going to just start a new chat and say, create an image and paste my prompt in and hit go. And actually, I'm going to save that prompt on a little text document just in case I lose it again. All right, well, that goes. I'll make me go into a mirrored image instantly. Oh, it's so funny how it does that. I feel like Max Headroom or something. Oh, there it goes. It did it so well. Oh, beautiful. It got a lot of the spines and lots of detail. Oh, it's just phenomenal. This just makes me so delighted. I have always wanted to make coloring book pages of my stack illustrations, but because they're not graphics, they don't have just a solid outline and solid colors inside. You know, they have that's hand drawn with all the colors and all the shading and all the everything. So it would be very difficult to accomplish. Oh, I love it. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so that means we have 3. So now, oh, you know what? I better download these while we're here. Just in case. You never know with AI. It loses stuff sometimes, and then you're really sad that you don't have it. So I'm going to download those. I'll download this one just for funsies. I'll send it to Jill. She can color it since she liked them together. Okay, so let me get the next one. Oh, and thank you, Vesica, for texting me. I saw your text. Okay. I have the Cosmos flowers, but oh no, that's not a stack one. Looking for some more stacks. Oh, garden stack. Here we go. So here is my garden stack. I'll show it so you can see the whole thing. Here's the garden stack. It's a little hard here. Hopefully it'll be able to determine that those are two separate pots. We will see. The contrast isn't very high right here. And you could always go in and adjust the contrast on your images first and then make them into coloring book pages. But I just wanted to see how good Nano could do it without me having to do any of the work. So let's see, because I've already done, hours of drawing with these. So, okay, coloring book. Let's see how the chat's going. Da, da, da. Oh, thank you, Beth. Yeah, they are good for coloring books, I feel like. And a nice, like, you could collect them. I just think it's fun. Oh, Nano took your image without outlines and put outlines on it. That's fantastic. Was it, Flory, was it an AI image, like a photograph looking image? Oh, thanks, Julia. Yeah, I want to sit down and color them too, actually. Let's all just color. Oh, the boots are adorable. Thank you. Oh, it's done. Fantastic. Oh my gosh, it looks amazing. And it did get that there are two pots here. That's fantastic too. It has even my little details like the little bee on the handle and here and the little ladybug, the snail on the side. Oh, it did a great job. I am delighted with these. Okay, download. And then I'm going to just keep doing a new chat so that they stay. Do I want to do? Let's just try it. I was going to do all of my Beatles stacks separately. So I did this thing where I illustrated songs of the Beatles, and I either used the title of the song, the theme of the song, or lyrics from the song to inspire my stacks. And there were, I think I wrote down, I'm not sure why. I just was in the mood to handwrite them. But I hand wrote all the Beatles songs that I could find online. And there were hundreds, I think close to 300 songs. And I illustrated a lot of them, at least 100 of them. I think I need to go and count. A lot of them. And so I want to do a Beatles stack coloring book separate from the just regular stacks. I don't know what to call the other ones. Whimsical stacks. That's probably what I would call them. So here, let's try this one anyway, just for funsies. This is my Good Day Sunshine stack. That Beatles song, Good Day Sunshine, Good Day Sunshine. Dun, dun, dun. And so I drew inside here, each sun has these beautiful details. Actually, let me put the prompt in so it can be thinking while I show you that. So filled in each sun with different detailed shapes, sort of Zentangle-y, sort of, these are more mandala style. These are more Zentangle again. And then I stacked them up. And you can see how these end up taking me hours and hours. But what's really fun about drawing with my Apple Pencil is that I can draw right on the screen. And so it's really smooth, which is nice. You don't have that sense, which sometimes I miss. I do like to have the texture of the paper interact with the pen. But what I love about doing it this way is that it's vector now. And so I can use them for anything at any point. And another fun thing is that I can color in the sections with a tap of the pen. So I can choose the color and then go in and tap each section and color them in. So that is really fun. It doesn't draw all the shapes for me, but that's what I want. I want to draw them. Okay, let's see how it did. I think it did pretty good. It's not quite This one got a little muddy, and this one too. But I think it still would be fun to color. It might be a little bit difficult because the shapes are so small, but I like it. It's close. It's fun. Let's find another one. Oh, I really want to try this one, even though it is a, oh, I see. Even though it is not a stack, this was an illustration I did early on. And I'm really curious if it can pull a coloring book page from it, since it has such low contrast. It's white on light pink, so there's very little contrast here. But I was drawing these mermaid tails on little 4x6 cards and then giving them as like birthday cards and greeting cards, and just, giving them away to friends and family. And then I decided, when I started drawing with the Apple Pencil, that I wanted to draw some so that I could have them and replicate them on products and things later. And I really love how this particular one came out. And I called it Mermaid Love because it has heart shapes down the center of the tail. And she's already done. Oh, that one's it's very contrasted, even though it wasn't very contrast. Oh, I love it. It's fun. It looks so different with such high contrast. Wow. Very different. I like it though. I think I like it. It's pretty. Well, let's say hi, see how you guys are doing over here. Oh, thank you, Beth. Yes, Jill. I took a walk. Do you always say adult coloring page doesn't make a difference? So I did the adult coloring page because I wanted to make sure that it gets the details in. I feel like with a kid's coloring book, it would, if I just said coloring book, it might simplify the drawings too much, and I didn't want it to simplify. But we could try one without saying adult coloring book and see what happens. Let's get the poppy stack. In fact, we'll try this one with and without. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to make you go back into the mirrors. I was going to show you the poppy stack. Here is the poppy stack. California poppies are where I'm from. They're all over the desert floor, and they're so pretty. And I love them so much. And so that had to be the top poppy. And then I love, love, love these pink ruffly poppies with the like almost black centers. They're so wonderful. And of course the red ones from Wizard of Oz, that style always reminds me of Wizard of Oz, the opium poppies. And then I found a photo of these pink and white ones, and I had to try to replicate those as well. Okay, now this one did not work well. The bottom two look okay. It's missing quite a bit of detail. The bottom one is okay. The second one's missing detail. And then the last two are missing a lot. I'm going to say, oh, I've reached my limit. Oh no. Okay, hang on. Let me go. We like many blooms. Thanks. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, when you have a lot of details in your art, you really want it to come across. I'm going to try something before I go upgrade that. Yeah, finally I found the limit. I guess so. I didn't know that was going to happen, but I'm kind of curious. Let's just see what ChatGPT does with it. Out of curiosity. Oh, I didn't share my screen again. Sorry. Okay, get ready for the mirrors. All right, here we go. Do I have Imagine Art? Oh, I do have Kriya. Yeah, that's a good idea, Flory. I want to see what it does with ChatGPT, but let's go to Kriya too. I do have Kriya. Does it know between the different models, like how many computing units you've used? I'm going to try a different one. Let's see here. This one's fun. It's not a stack, but it's really fun to try. And I want it to be, I think I want 3, 4 or 2, 3. I don't want it to squish it. I'm going to go 3, 4 and see what happens. Oh, it's going to give me 2 outputs. Oh, chat did a way better job, you guys. Oh my goodness. On this particular image, it gave me a lot more of the details. Wow. That's really interesting, isn't it? Maybe we don't always need Nanobanana for things. That's interesting. Oh, yes, I saw that, Flory. I was like, do I want to use it a bunch? Probably not. Oh, interesting. Okay, so this one gave me 2 options, one with all the details and one with almost no details, which I don't like at all. So I definitely would want to go with the details. I'm going to try a couple more in chat because that was pretty amazing. Oh, the bird stack. This is one of my favorite stacks. This one took me, I think, a month, probably about a month. Where's my PNG of it? There it is. I'll show it to you up close. So this is my bird stack. It started because I watched The Big Year, which is about birders who go all over the world, all over the country, looking for birds on their list that they've been wanting to see and making a list of all the birds that they do see. And the rare birds are kind of like more of a win. You know, it's all very much just like a personal win. You do this big year, you say how many birds you saw for the year, and then the person who saw the most birds is like the winner of the big year. It's a really funny movie, really cute. And we have so many birds here on the lake that I thought I'm going to do a big year. And I didn't travel all over, although I did travel some places within Oregon, but I didn't travel all over the country or all over the world, but I did write down all my birds for that year. And I found, I think 83, 84, 85, somewhere around there birds. It was over 80 birds, and wrote them all down. And it was really fun learning what the different birds were and what the different little telltale signs are about, you know, how this is this particular bird and not that particular bird. So that was really fun. One of my favorite birds here on the lake is the great blue heron. And this at the bottom is a great blue heron. And I wanted to illustrate it in a way that showed off how blue they really are in the right light. Oftentimes when you see them, they just look gray. But when you get up close or you get in moody lighting, like cloudy lighting, you get to see the beautiful blue gray that they are. They're very bluish gray, not just gray. And they have this gorgeous white top of their head, and their eyes are really interesting. They're just like little beady eyes. They're very cute, and I love their long beaks. And I actually watched a great blue heron catch a fish once, and it was so phenomenal because it caught the fish on its beak, poked it, and then the fish was on its beak. So he stood up, and the fish is like this with his beak through the fish. And I thought, what is he going to do now? How is he going to eat the fish? Like, he can't even open his mouth, his beak. So then he took it and he flung it around a lot with his beak. And he flung it around and he flung it around. And then he dropped it on the dock. He was down on our dock. He dropped it on the dock and he stared at it with his eye sideways. And he stared and he stared, and it moved a little. The fish went, and so he stabbed it again and picked it up, whipped it around, dropped it, and he did this a few more times. Finally, when he was convinced it was dead, he kept eyeballing it like, don't move. And he would look for a long time. He would wait and wait because he doesn't want it to move once he swallows it down his throat. And so, or bite him maybe from inside his throat. And so, these are just the things I'm imagining could happen, and why he needs it to stop moving. So if it finally stops moving enough, he grabs it with his beak like this time in his beak, and he takes it and he flings it in the air, and he looks up and he catches it in his mouth, and then whoop, and put it down his throat. And his throat was like a snake. It got all huge, and you could see it just like stuck in his throat, and he would like swallow, and then he would go to the lake, go over to the water, get a couple drinks, swallow, and then he spent a half hour doing that. It was the wildest thing I've ever seen. One of the wildest things. I've seen a lot of wild things, but that was very wild. Anyway, the great blue heron inspired this drawing, and then I drew each of the other little birds. I draw them separately and then stack them together, and then I'll adjust their feet, like I'll redraw their feet, or sometimes I'll draw just the bird. Like in this one, I just drew the bodies and then drew the legs to stack up properly so they could be standing on each other in funny, precarious ways. And then I had to use this tropical bird because it just was so fabulous looking. And many of these other birds I picked because they were so wild and fabulous. So let's see how it did with my bird stack. It did okay. I would say, well, I feel like Nano did a better job at keeping continuity. Here, the great blue heron is really good and the tropical bird. But then we start to lose like what's happening here. This bird is okay. It definitely simplified. Like this is a hummingbird, but now it looks like a tiny little penguin or something. I don't know. This is starting to look like an owl, and I didn't have any owls. So it didn't do it perfectly, but I think it did okay. I'll download it just for funsies. Okay, so now I want to show you what I would do with all of these in Canva. So I'm going to go and I want I'm just going to say a coloring book and see if they have one. They have a template for one. Or no, it just has, oh, not my, create coloring book. Coloring booklet, half letter, bookmark, color book cover. going to do the cover first. Oh, it made it very tall and skinny. I think I'm going to go get an 8.5 by 11 type booklet. Let's just do a doc and do that. Oh no, I don't like this either. I forget they have the AI stuff now. Okay, let me zoom out a little. Oh, what is... Oh my goodness. This is not what I want, people. Let me go back to custom size. Let's just do custom. 8.5 by 11 inches. Okay. Yay, this is what I wanted. I'm going to go to uploads. I'm going to make a new folder and I'm going to call this coloring book pages. And now I'm going to drag some of these in there. And let those upload for a minute and get a million of me back. Let's see. Yes, it does pay to play. Check everything out for sure. Oh, did we go look at the Korea one? I don't think we did. Oh yeah, we did. The Baobab was awesome. Did I download that? Yeah, I did. Okay. Oh, you know, I don't remember what that bird's name is. I've never seen one in real life. I found a photo of it to look at, to draw from, and I cannot remember what it's called, but I think it's some kind of cockatiel, but I'm not positive. We need a drawing with the fish in his throat. I couldn't, the description, I mean, its throat was just so bulging. It was so wild. It was a big fish. I would say it was probably like this big and like that fat. So it was a good sized fish for that skinny beak and that super long skinny neck. Oh, Eurasian Jay, Vesica says. Oh, thank you, Vesica. I was thinking it was some kind of cockatiel, the way it's like feather plumage came up like that. If I go to create and type coloring book, it gives it to you. Oh, I didn't get that. In Canva, Flory? Okay, so now I'm going to take my coloring book pages in here and place them on the pages. Super simple, just resize to fit. You can see it made some of them the right size and some not quite the right dimensions. That's interesting. That's okay though. These coloring book pages make a great freebie if you just give away a couple to get people on your email list, or even one at a time to get people on your email list. Can't remember if I have this like that or that. I really love how ChatGPT did the poppies compared to Nano. That was really interesting. And our birds, Eurasian Jay. I'm going to remember that. That's pretty. Pretty name for it. A Eurasian Jay. And a Baobab. Baobab? Baobab. I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but I love this tree. And then I just imagined, I looked up what the flowers of the tree look like, and it showed these little white flowers with these drops of like poof balls. And I thought, oh, that would be so fun to draw. And I'm pretty sure in real life they're like teeny tiny. I don't think they're obviously not enormous like this, but I wanted to make it more whimsical and more fun and more um, storybook like. So I made the flowers really giant, enormous on the tree so that they matched the tree's energy of largeness. So now I need a coloring book cover, and there's so many things you could do with the cover. You could mix ideas, you could just make it solid colored, but one of the things I think works really well is to just use one of the actual artworks. So I'm going to use the bird stack because that's one of my favorites. All of them would work, and what I'm going to do, match that color, hopefully. Yep. And so this would be my coloring book cover. And then I would go use a very simple, we want simple text. We don't want anything too crazy to distract from the coloring book. I'm actually going to delete this one and see if we have anything fun and cute and simple. And I think I'm going to call them no, that doesn't go. Don't see anything in here I love. I thought maybe there'd be something cute in there. Okay, so I'm going to call this whimsical stacks. And then I'm going to make this fit the page in a way that makes sense to my eye. And then I'm going to copy paste this to put art. Oh, actually, I want to say coloring book first. I kind of want it over there. It's funny how you see it in your mind, and then I'm going to move this down a little. There we go. And then I'm going to copy paste this one more time and say art by Bloom Bauer. You could do this in Illustrator or Photoshop or whatever your favorite tool is, Affinity. And then I think I'm going to change the color to be something more matching with the image. Something like that. And then you could give it a back cover as well. A fun thing to do for the back cover would be to go ahead and use the same color for the back cover as your front cover, but then take images from your coloring book and place them on the page, back cover, as like a preview of what's inside. This is a really great thing to do if you're going to print it. And I would give it a little shadow, drop shadow, or Do I like glow? Yeah, the glow is cute. Okay. And so then I'm going to copy paste that. Place another one. Copy paste that. I'm just Command C, Command V. And then I'm going to quickly just drag, each one in so that I have little examples of the coloring book pages. And I could put, a website back here. That might be a great idea. Let's go get my text off the front. Let's leave that there, but then also put a website. Maybe make that all caps so it has like a distinction. And go with the lighter gray for that. Something fun like that. Could show your previews. And you could put other fun things back here too. Talk about what's inside. You could have like a little preview text back here for what's inside. If you were going to sell it like on KDP and you don't want to show off all the pages, but you want to show like the cover and the back cover and maybe a sample of one page or something, you could do that. Or even if your back cover has these sample pages on it, that's a really great way to show the samples without giving away your designs. Okay, let's see. Does anyone have any questions? Oh, Vesica says it's showing her different birds, so might not be the Eurasian jay. Eurasian hoopoe. Hoopoe? Is that how you say it, you think? Hoopoe? The tree makes you think of Willy Wonka. Well, that makes me very happy because that is the kind of thing I was going for, that like whimsical fairy tale storybook, something that doesn't really exist in real life. In German, Wiedhoff, Eurasian hoopoe. Wiedhoff? Wiedhoff? Wiedhoff. The P would be silent. Is that right? I'm not very good at accents. I'm terrible at accents. But I have learned some words in other languages, but I'm so bad at the accent that they would probably just stare at me and say, "What are you saying? We can't understand you. Your accent is horrible." Whimsical, such a light and breezy word. Yes, I think it fits my art style. Whimsical, minimalist, pastel illustration art is how I would describe it. It is the Eurasian hoopoe. I'm gonna have to look up if that's how you say it. It sounded good to leave the P out. Well, this has been super fun. I hope you all are going to go make some coloring book pages of your art, even if you just do it for fun for yourself to color, or if you do it as lead magnets or to sell. I think it's a really fun way to share your art, show off your art, and a simple way for people to get your art in their hands without having to buy an original piece. It gives it more opportunity to get out there to the masses. Thank you, Flory. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Did anyone have any questions? Beth says she's been wanting to do a coloring book. Yay. I can't wait. Your art would be so cute as a coloring book. I think it would be perfect. Oh, thank you, Flory. Don't forget to like and subscribe, people. I can hear Flory's voice saying it. You're so welcome, Julia. I'm so glad you guys were here. Thank you so much for playing with coloring book pages with me tonight. I think I'm going to print one of these out and color it. I'll share it on social if I do. Okay, have a good night. See you tomorrow. Mwah.